So my name is Ty, and I have been, put me on the spot, arrived customer, I'm going to guess 18 months or so. I don't remember the first property that I invested in, but as of today, I've invested in 143 properties. I invest in real estate because it's kind of always been a family thing. And so I grew up in a household where my dad owned a real estate company, and so I was always around it. I always got to see him buy properties, and then he eventually opened his own property management company because you need to manage when you have multiple properties. And so for me, I'd always been around it. I always seen the wealth accumulation side of and dealing with tenants and different things, along the way. And then I eventually found my way into property management, which I never thought I would. So the difference between when my dad was doing it and now is prices of things have gone up quite a bit. So you can't buy as quickly as, and so there was always a desire to invest in it, but the price points got a little out of control. So bringing in fractional ownership was the best possible option for people like myself who wanted to but couldn't put the same amount down and navigate through that. So why did I pick Arrived? I think Arrived was one of the first fractional ownership type companies that I found as I started to look, and I love investing. I love investing money. It's, I guess, maybe my version of gambling, a little safer gambling. And so I have enjoyed the fractional ownership in things like artwork and also in things through, fine wine and through whiskeys and things like that. So in real estate, and when I found that, it just made all the sense in the world, whether that was long-term with, a singular tenant, which I was used to working with in my line of business anyhow, or vacation rentals, short-term, multifamily, syndicate offerings. I've kind of done all of those at this point. And so for Arrive to make it as easy as they have, which is you do all of the work and you fractionalize it out, and I just get to come in and put as much as I want into it. It makes it super easy. The buy process is simple, the interface is easy, and now the app is even better. So again, it's been super easy. Arrive brings a level of trust to the transaction where, having had the benefit of being in the industry and around it for a lot of my life, I see how many things can go wrong, and I see how many variables are constantly being evaluated. And so seeing Arrived come into the space and the platform, and seeing that the number of properties that they continue to bring out and the communication level and transparency around how it's being financed and what's happening with the property as it gets ready to go onto market, and what's happening on a quarterly basis, and the reviews that Cameron does in terms of putting out the markets and the specifics around and what they're looking for. When you bring all of that together and you say, what would you pay expertise-wise to a consultant or somebody to give you this level of insight into the market? And it's something that all of that value gets kind of marginalized away. It's still there, but you don't necessarily pay this big hefty upfront price. You just get to come into the properties that they procure for you, and they kind of do the heavy lifting on your behalf. So really, again, they make it about as simple as could be. The best time to buy real estate or get involved in real estate was yesterday. And so if it's already today, then it means you need to start today. And whether that's $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever your amount is, there's no better long-term asset to be in from both a cash flow perspective and a real estate appreciation standpoint. And the way that Arrive identifies markets that are stronger than others, again, makes it super simple for you to geographically diversify. When I'm in the Seattle market and I wouldn't know a lot about Indianapolis or Atlanta or Hillsborough or Charlotte or some of these markets that I just don't get to travel to. So by them doing it for me, it's nice that someone's doing the hard work for me.